Hey there, everybody, and welcome to Dicing with Death, the weekly show where we play Dungeons and Dragons in a solo campaign, with me being the player, Solomon the Cruel, and a friend here, Ryan, being the DM. Recap
Alrighty,
us, Ryan.
so
Where are we?
yeah, quick recap. So why don't we pull our little map on stream? Last session.
Hey there,
Uh,
everybody, and welcome to Dicing with.
oh, I know what. Sorry, I have the stream going.
That's it.
That's the echo we were looking for. Okay, should be fixed. All right, recap. Last session we started in Wodheim, which is this city right there. In the middle of the forest. It's around winter time. It was raining. There was a big solstice festival. Neil. So I guess we started in the cabin of that werebear Jedediah, who Neil had helped slay the jackal the previous week. So Neil got his reward. I think he went back to town, encountered a prophet from the farm towns to the east, who happened to be Daryl, the town guard that Neil had burned to death, or not, apparently not quite to death, a few weeks before.
Yeah.
There was an altercation there. The town guards were brought into it. Neil eventually fought his way out of the jail and slipped out of town and headed north. That brought him to this pass, this mountain pass up there, that was guarded by 4 ogres who appeared to be stopping caravans and taking tolls on travelers. Solomon waited until nightfall. I guess you approached them during the day and talked to them in ogre.
Mm-hmm.
And they demanded tribute. When you refused, you ran, found out that you're faster than ogres, so they
Hold
didn't
on.
pursue.
First, I tried to enspell them.
Oh, yes, you tried to cast fear. You failed, though.
Yeah.
You tried to make them fear you, and they didn't. And then they demanded tribute, and you ran, came back after dark, slit one of the ogre's throats in his sleep, chopped off his dick, put it in his mouth or something evil, maybe just set it on his chest, and then slipped past. Did you steal? You may have even stolen some of their loot.
Yeah. Absolutely stole some of their loot.
And then on the way down the mountain, still in the middle of the night, you encountered a mysterious figure wearing a helm, concealing his face, with a large polearm type weapon and a glowing magical light. And you hid like the coward you are in a bush and let him pass. And you're
Yeah, I am.
that was. And then you continued down the mountain through the woods in the dark. And I think just around dawn, you reached the city of Solstice. And we wrapped up there pretty much. I guess we had gone down to the docks and you wrangled up an inn room.
Yeah.
That's just about where we left off.
Yep. That's it. So,
So here is Solstice.
okay.
We'll spend a while exploring. I mean, probably today's session in the city. Is that you
There's
got
a
that?
whole library quarter?
We'll get to exploring it. So right now, I mean, it was basically daybreak, and you came. The town gates were open,
Mm-hmm.
and you basically walked right on through to the docks, and found a brothel in there that doubled as an inn.
Yeah.
And you had just purchased that room for, I don't remember what you said, like 5 days or something?
Yeah.
And that's where we left off.
No, it was a week, wasn't it?
A week? Okay.
Damn it, it was either a week or 10 days, but let's call it a week.
Okay.
Yeah, so I have my room, and I want.
So we didn't quite decide what we were going to be doing, right?
No.
So Neil's about 300 XP from level 3, if I recall. And we were trying to I was gonna leave it up to him whether he wanted to do like role playing type challenges to get that remaining XP and just get him to level 3, or if we wanted to do some minor questing and battling. So I was gonna leave that up to Neil.
I have some role play things I'd like to do.
Yeah. So why don't we explore the city?
Specifically,
I mean, you obviously you
mhm,
can't level up or get new spells or anything until you sleep. So
right, right,
play out this day and see what you decide to do, and then probably deal with the logistics of new spells and new proficiencies and all that.
right. Um, so first off, before I do want to head down to the library, but first I want to head over to the docks, and I want to find the skeeziest, sleaziest bar possible.
Okay. All right. So that yeah, the docks are down here, right on the waterfront, facing west. It looks like the old docks are made of the same sandstone that the a lot of the city is, although some of it is made of some of the newer ones appear to be made of wood.
Oh, wait,
And then
like including the pillars that go into the ocean are made of sandstone?
you can't see below the ocean, but it looks like it may just be like a slab of sandstone
No, but I
descending.
mean I can peer over the edge and see the
Yeah,
pillar as
there's
it.
no. I mean, there's no pillars. It's just like a solid wall of stone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's.
And you were looking for the sleaziest bar,
Mm-hmm.
which was probably the one that you tried to get a room at, but it turned out they only did hourly, and that was the Inn of the Screeching Siren,
Yeah.
if you recall from last week.
Yeah.
So there's a,
Um.
there's a few bars around the ocean quarter, but
Okay. Well, okay.
Mhm.
Does that the screeching siren actually have a like a bar where people
Yeah,
can sit?
there's like a bar room, and then
Perfect. I want to go
yeah.
into the bar room.
Okay, it the clientele even at basically daybreak, there's still a few sailors and sketchy looking people
Yes.
drinking. There's a few, let's call them barmaids, still filtering about. It's not, yeah, yeah.
Okay. I
There's,
want. What? Who is the prettiest barmaid in the entire room?
it's
And
the morning shift.
barring the
So
most pretty barmaid, I would take the most well endowed barmaid.
there's a well endowed barmaid. It's like basically it's like the sun is just coming up. It's not the pretty shift right now. Like these
Okay.
are the reptiles that serve the feeders. The hours of the morning.
All right. I go up to
Our well endowed barmaid.
yeah. If there's no attractive one, I will do the biggest busted one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I say, how much for an hour of your time?
Um, an hour, 10 gold.
Good. I pull out 5 gold,
Mm-hmm.
hand, uh, count out 5 gold, hand her 2 of them, and be
Mm-hmm.
like, I will give you the remaining 8 in a bit. I will gesture to you. I will signal to you so at some point, and I
Starting to
want you
look a little confused in your directions, like
look, look,
lost.
look, look, look. Just sit down here. When I do this, come over to me. I'm going to be talking to a person, and I want you to come over at that point, and you
Are
will
you
spend your time
buying?
with that gentleman. I
Okay.
just need you to wait here, but you're mine, okay?
She takes the 2 gold
All right.
and stands right there. Were you sitting or standing?
Standing.
Okay, so she stays standing
Okay.
right there.
So I go. Are there any sailors here who are
There's
perhaps
probably about a half dozen.
not with a lady at the moment?
Yeah,
All right.
most of them, and there's a few that are washed in their cups.
Okay. I want to go find one that is lost in his cup without a girl.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Conscious or
Conscious. Definitely conscious.
okay. There's a guy passed out on the bar, and then someone sitting next to him, still sort of
I go
not. Not,
sit next to
not
that guy.
he doesn't appear to acknowledge you.
Can I buy you a drink, buddy?
He looks down at his like half empty beer and nods.
Okay. I gesture for the barmaid or whatever. The
Mhm.
not the one that I was talking to.
Yeah.
The bartender. Um,
Mm.
and I get him a drink of whatever he wants.
Okay. He
Um,
gets another beer. He has 2 beers in front of him, and he
okay.
starts drinking the new one.
All right. I'll subtract what 1 copper, 2 copper.
2 copper.
Okay. So you're a sailor, my friend.
Ah,
Good, good. Tell me, do you have any
he rubs his
experience
eyes.
with cannons? Do you know how to use a cannon? Do you know how to fire a cannon? Do you know how to aim a cannon?
I fought in the war a few years back.
That doesn't answer my question.
Fired my share of cannons.
Yeah? How good of a shot are you?
Mm, I can pick off a narwhal from 400 yards.
Really? It's pretty good.
You have no idea if that's good or what a narwhal is.
So do you have a ship that you currently work on?
What's a sailor without a ship?
I meant that. Uh, you see that pretty lady over there, and I kind of nod towards the well-breasted
He
individual.
looks and she starts walking towards you. She keeps staring at you, turns her head quizzically, and stops walking towards you.
Okay.
Hi.
How would you like her for as long as you want? As long as you can handle her.
Could she handle me? Is the question.
Oh, if she can't, we can get another one that can.
He laughs.
Now,
Nah, but I'm spent the last of my coin. I
consider
still
it a
got another day
trade.
before I'm back to sea.
Consider it a trade. Wait, when do you sail out to sea?
He said he has another day, and he's already out of money.
Yeah, I wasn't listening to him. Okay, great. How about this? I am in a pickle. I need to learn as much about cannons as possible. I promised a guy that I knew something about them when I didn't, so now I need to learn. If I set you up with an encounter with this lovely young creature over there, in exchange, will you sober up and teach me how to operate cannons?
If there's lunch.
Sure, there's lunch.
He grins.
Okay,
He
now
turns
I
back to the
do that. And
pats his lap.
okay.
Okay.
As he comes over, I slip the girl the other 8 coins and say, make sure you do your best with this guy. I need him very, very happy.
You're creepy. Okay, so she sits on his lap, and
I I walk outside.
yeah, okay, he appears to be well on his way to passing out in her breasts.
That's
But
fine.
as long as he has fun.
That's the idea. So I want to. I give this guy 20 minutes at most.
Okay.
I know I paid for an hour, but I doubt he'll use it all. Let's take a look at this map here. What can I do in 20
So
minutes?
that's the tavern you're at now. I got lazy and didn't draw all the buildings there are, but
Yeah, I can
this
tell.
gives you the idea. All right.
Okay.
The ships are being unloaded. You notice, yeah, there's a couple of big galleys out at sea, and they're sculling in the crates and barrels and shipments of this
Wait,
and that.
where's the
All
tower?
sorts of unscrupulous folk that yeah.
Is this the tower up here? The
There
sandstone
are 2
tower?
towers. That is one, and then that is the other.
Which one's the sandstone tower?
So this one appears to be made of the same sandstone as most of the rest of the city. This
Okay.
is sort of like a gray white, and it's a little thinner and
Okay.
about the same height. It's hard to tell.
Now, if I were to gauge the distance from the sandstone tower to the docks, how far would that be? In yards.
Can you use the ruler?
Ooh.
Let's go ahead and stick with it. I think I got it reasonably set to scale. Yeah, so we're
It's kind of far. So from where the ship would be to here is.
well, the big ships are out off the map, right?
Yeah, but something that might be.
The boats come into the docks. Some of the smaller, like, I don't know. You don't really know,
So we're
but smaller
about
ships do pull up.
1,000 yards from where if you had a ship, you could conceivably pull up near the dock without actually docking. 1,000 yards.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Okay. You're seeing, so some of the sailors unloading are creatures you've never even seen before.
Okay.
mostly humans and elves and some demi-humans, but there's also a few, you know, humanoids that look like lizards with sickly green skin, and humanoids covered head to toe with fur, and it's sort of an interesting mix.
Hmm. Okay.
Anyways,
Okay.
carry on. I'm not sure
So I
what you're
wait
playing here.
20 minutes, and then I
Oh,
poke.
you're trying to pick a narwhal off the top of the tower. Is that the goal?
No, no. I'm just curious. Just curious. I want to go after 20 minutes. I poke my head back inside and see if he is around.
You don't see a sign of him or of the buxom barmaid.
Okay. I slip back inside.
Hmm.
Ask one of the girls or the bartender where the buxom woman went.
Um, One of the other girls sort of nods upstairs.
Good, good.
She says, but you can't go up there.
I don't want
You
to go up there.
have to wait.
I really don't want to go up there right now.
Okay.
I will. Ah, fuck it. I'll just sit at the bar and wait till they come back down.
Okay.
Okay. I won't make conversation with anyone unless someone starts it with me. And I will slowly sip.
You're left to yourself.
Yeah.
And do you want to
Okay.
order anything, or are you just sitting?
Yeah, I'll end up buying like 2 drinks over the period of time.
Okay.
So there goes that gold.
And at 7 a.m.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Probably another half hour later, you hear some loud crashing and smashing as if someone bumping into walls, and you turn around to see the sailor sort of staggering down the stairs.
Give him my best smile possible and
Yeah,
say, "Hey, buddy, how's it
he's
going?"
struggling with his belt at the moment. He sort of nods to you and sort of crashes into the bar next to you.
Hmm. It seems like you had a decent time.
It's been too long.
Uh, and so, I walk over to him and we start walking out of the bar. And as we do, I say, "So, you said you could pick off a narwhal at 400 yards, yeah?"
Did I say that?
Yeah,
I meant 500.
500 yards. Okay. How well could you hit something? I don't know, like how far out could you hit a ship from? Like a big ship, like 200-foot long beast.
Hmm. I don't know. Um. Let's do a quick Google search to see if it would save me. I have no idea. Mm, Maybe a mile or so, depending on the conditions.
You could hit. Uh, wow, that's pretty good. Yeah, that's great. A mile. Kind of pause for a moment, and just like, wow, a mile. Okay, great. Well, so which one of them galleys
You're
out there
measuring
is
something.
yours, buddy?
There's like a wall between you and the dock. He gives
Okay.
you the name of some ship.
All right.
The
Well,
Dead Fish.
the dead fish. Cool. I walk outside. I want him to point at the ship for me.
Um, he points to one of the ships out in the harbor.
Okay. Does it look like a big ship?
It looks like one of the bigger ships, yeah.
Okay. I ask, does your ship have cannons on it?
He shakes his head.
No. So how are you supposed to teach me about cannons if it doesn't have it?
He shrugs.
You louse.
You're starting to question if he even. I mean, he's probably just a crewman on the ship.
Yeah.
Like, even if it did have cannons, is he really gonna be able to take you to?
Well,
But he starts like babbling about cannons to you.
okay. I say, hold on. We need an actual cannon to figure this stuff out with. Do you got a buddy that might be on one of these ships so I can actually look at one of them cannons?
Uh,
Come on, you scallywag.
you got some coin.
Yeah, I got coin.
We may need to bribe some guys.
That's fine. I don't mind. I just really need to learn how to operate a cannon by like this evening.
Okay, let's go.
All right, let's go.
And he gestures you down to one of the docks. This bottom wooden one.
Okay.
Oops, that's yeah.
Okay. Okay.
All right. And he sort of takes you down like a side staircase to like a lower level of the dock, if that makes sense. So like the pier is like raised, and there's a little rowboat there, and he slips some coin to another sailor who's lingering around. I assume you hand him a few silver to do this.
Yeah. I give
Say,
him 5 silver.
sure.
All right.
All right. And the three of you hop into this rowboat and start rowing out into the bay.
Okay.
You find the rocking of the waves a little uneasy. I don't know if your character's ever been in a boat before.
Probably not.
It's a relatively calm harbor, but you're still a little unsettled.
Well.
Okay. So you start rowing out into the bay. There's probably 4 or 5 ships out at bay, and then maybe another 1 or 2 larger ones docked. So you start to go to one of the smaller ones out in the bay.
Mm-hmm. That's fine.
Okay.
Okay.
And you reach the side of the ship, and the guy that you bribed shouts up, I don't know, Derek, throw the line over, and he throws like a rope and a ladder, and you guys clamber up onto the deck. You are requested to slip another 5 silver to the crewman on duty or whatever.
It's fine. Give him 5 silver.
All right, and he goes back to the top of the deck, and you and your guide are sort of free to roam around as you can. He says, all right, this here's a battleship. Cannons are on the lower deck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Can I?
Down a staircase.
Mm-hmm.
Feel a little claustrophobic, and the rocking of the walls is unsettling. But he leads you towards the sort of outer wall of the ship, and you see a row of maybe 10 cannons. You assume there's an equal match on the other side.
Okay.
And you got your cannons.
You're pretty good. I look at them. Do they look like they can swivel left and right, or are they just like single direction?
Do you ask, or do you just
I ask. Well, I mean, if I can't see anything, obviously, then I will ask.
He says, yeah, I mean, an operator's got a little bit of give, but you mostly aim with the ship.
Okay. And you said you could hit something about a mile out with these suckers? Something like, a building, like a 200-foot building?
He pulls the little, the window or whatever in front and peeks out and says, yeah, depending on the wind and...
Yeah, but something as far as, I don't know, the outer walls over there, or the tower, or...
See.
Oh. I want to go to the other side and look towards the city.
Yeah, okay. He says, oh yeah, from here for sure we could hit the city.
Cool. So,
How do you think naval sieges are won?
Well, I didn't know if they would just hit the... I don't know, what's in... I've never been to the ocean before. So...
Looks a little shocked.
Never given it much thought. Excellent.
Yeah. So, I mean, he talks about the cannons, information you're probably not really concerned about, or
not
even stick. I mean, just sort of.
Yeah. I say, is there any way that you could, show me how a cannon gets loaded? Are these currently loaded, or are these like,
No. He doesn't actually do it, but he sort of describes it. So you'd pull this out, and you'd pack in the gunpowder, and
how much powder do you use? I want specifics here.
Okay, he gives you some measurement.
Okay.
A fistful. And it's yeah.
And how much does one of those cannonballs weigh? Is that loadable by a single person?
He hands one to you.
Okay.
Yeah. He says these here are 9-pounders, more for tearing up a ship. He says that big cannon on the end can it's a wider bore and can shoot larger balls for blasting rocks or
It's impressive.
sea monsters.
I turned to the. Is there still one of the other sailors with us, or is it just the two of us here?
Yeah, just the two of you. The other guys are waiting on the top deck.
Okay. Say, buddy, I never got your name. I was gonna just call you Peckerwood, but
Peckerwood. Slivers.
Slivers. Nice to meet you, Slivers. Is this your buddy's ship then?
He nods.
Do you know when they sail out?
I don't know. They may just be parked here for a while.
Okay.
They get commissioned to, guard various merchant vessels and whatnot. Not much call for warships these days.
Oh, that's good. Peace is a nice thing to have. The war does put coin in the pockets of lowly folk like you and I.
Excuse me?
Nothing. All right. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate this. And I start heading up towards the top deck, and then make some idle conversation, just like a few lines, and then I kind of want to drop. So, these ships just sit out here? What about the crew? Do they hang out on these ships, or do they stay in the city, or?
He says usually a few stay aboard the ship on watch, but for the most time we're on leave.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Wow. So you got like a dozen men on this ship. I only see like 2 or 3 about.
When it's fully manned, this crew will fit, or this ship will fit 50 to 100.
Wow.
And maybe another 100 if you want, soldiers.
How many people do they leave to just guard it? It's a big ship to just be sitting here.
Right now, I think it's just Stan.
I guess, on the other hand, there's not a lot of...
Captain
How are you supposed to get out here?
In his quarters.
Great. Thanks, buddy. And I want to go back to shore.
Okay.
He said just Stan?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Stan.
So the 3 of you head back. So you're assuming Stan is probably the guy that tossed you the rope.
Right.
And then there's you and Slivers and whatever the hell the guy's name is who's rowing your boat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Excellent.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure. Unless you want to stop him, Sliver starts staggering back to that same bar.
No, I don't want to stop him. He can go back to that bar. I don't care. Interesting. Okay. All right. Let's take a look at this map again. I want to head over to a library.
To a library.
A library.
Yeah. Okay. So these main blue streets are like big main walkways, and then there's also other like side roads and alleys leading throughout the city.
Mm-hmm.
You can sort of, you can tell where the library is because the huge towers jutting out from it. It appears to be the largest building in the city.
Okay.
You make your way over there. It's a huge, intimidating sandstone structure. Looks to be maybe 4 stories, and then the towers are several hundred feet tall.
All right. Yeah. Let's head over to the library and go inside.
Do you wish to? Where do you want to approach from?
Oh, okay.
So, if you were down in the ocean quarter, you'll come up from the side.
Sure.
That's a big marble tower.
Yeah.
There's a door on the side of the marble tower.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I didn't... This giant fucking thing. I know I was listening to the words, but I did not process them fully. This big fucking thing is the library.
This building is what used to be the library. And
Holy shit!
Things on either side are towers.
Somehow that didn't process in my brain.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I'll approach from this direction then.
Okay. So you get to the side of the building. There's a big row of columns on the southern side of the building. Sort of a long walkway up to what looks like the main entrance, which is where the path leads to. Like I said, there's a big set of wooden double doors on the on the like the big marble tower.
Mm-hmm.
No obvious entrance to the library from this side.
Okay. Well, then I walk
You
around
walk
until I
the
get
length of
to.
the walk the length of the towers to the
Yeah.
front. Up near the front door, you see there's a large there's a statue on either side of a large statue on either side of the walkway. One of them is a wizened old man, sort of curled up over a book, and then on the other side there is a tall, stately-looking woman with a blindfold on and like a scale in one of her hands,
Okay.
and like a hammer or gavel in the other.
Which of the two towers is taller?
The sandstone one.
Okay.
They're about the same height. It's hard for you to
Okay.
tell, but you guess the sandstone one. And then on either side of the door, sort of like maybe 20 feet behind these statues, are some armed guards. They're wearing sort of off-white, like beigey robes, a full helm that conceals their entire head, but no other obvious signs of armor, although their robes are quite baggy. They each have a long sword at their waist and a shield on their left arm.
I give them a polite nod as I walk inside the library.
Okay. Can you roll a perception check for me?
14, right? 14. Yeah, 14. 28.
Let's. So you notice that on the side of their shield,
This?
yeah, this symbol. So can you see the?
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh, whoa. New symbol.
Yeah. So it's sort of
A
these
moon
two
with an eye.
overlap. So there's the sun and the wrong layer.
The sun and the moon with eyes.
Yeah, and they're overlaid, something like that. Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah. Gotcha.
So it's one symbol.
Interesting.
Okay. So yeah, the doors are wide. The doors are wide open, and you said you walk past the guards.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of
Yeah,
nod at them politely and walk in.
they don't appear to acknowledge you.
That's fine.
They seem a little bit. They like average height. They're a few inches shorter than you.
Mm-hmm.
Although yeah, their helms add a couple inches, but yeah, seem quite average in every respect. Maybe a little on the short side.
Okay. Okay. Um,
That's funny.
that's funny.
Okay.
Soul Rock and Lunatone.
So the sun and banana.
All right. So I want to find myself a librarian.
Yeah. So they're okay. It's hard to tell it seems pretty like. Oh, so you walk in past the guards, and there's just shelves and shelves of rows and rows of stone shelves, packed with books and scrolls and
Mm-hmm.
yada yada. It's still early. There's a few people browsing about. Many of them seem to be robed scholars.
Okay. I will approach one of the robed scholars and say, "Excuse me, do you work here?"
He says, "Oh no, do you need help finding something?"
I'm just looking for information about this building.
Hmm. Yeah. You may wish to speak with one of the priests here.
I'm sorry, I'm not from town. I'm from out of town. Could you point me to one of the priests, or at least give me a description of them?
He says, "Oh, they'll be wearing some sun-colored robes." He sort of looks around and over there and points you to a man in sun-colored robes, sort of putting books back on the shelves.
Thanks, buddy. And I head over towards the man.
Okay. Right.
Okay.
So he turns to you as you approach.
Mm-hmm.
He has his robe, whatever comes up to cover pretty much all of his face is visible, but
Okay.
his hair and his ears or whatever are not.
Does he look
He appears to
human,
be a middle-aged
elven?
man. Uh, he looks human.
Okay.
It's like I said, his hair and his ears are concealed. He's got
Okay.
brown eyes.
Great.
He around his neck he has that same sun and moon symbol, although it doesn't have the eye in the middle.
Excuse me, sir.
He sort of nods to you.
I was looking if you
Yes,
could explain to me what that big sandstone tower is outside.
oh, it is just that. It is the sandstone tower.
Yes, but what
It
is it?
is
I'm not from around here.
it is the hallmark of our faith, I suppose. The monastery where all of us priests of the sun and moon.
Hmm. Okay.
Well,
I heard a
so you
rumor.
so you're on that side of the library. You see a doorway leading from the library into the tower. You assume.
Yeah. I heard a rumor about some sort of warrior or being sent out from the tower. What is? And it hadn't been done for I don't know many years.
He sort of tilts his head quizzically. He says, "We, uh, I mean, the Knights of the Sun are a noble order. You have no doubt seen several of them about." And he sort of gestures towards the door.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's just I was talking with some guys in a bar, and they said that some special envoy had been sent out from the tower, and it was unusual because it hadn't been done in a long time.
He sort of purses his lips and looks at you more quizzically. He says, "I am not sure what you are referring to. You're
Well,
not sure.
neither am I, apparently.
Yeah, you're
So,
not sure if he doesn't know or if he's withholding information
yeah. Okay.
or if you're just not asking the right questions."
Yeah. Wow. It's just I've never been to this city before, and all this sandstone is amazing to me. How
Yeah.
old is this building? If you don't mind my questions. I mean, if you've got something better to do, please go do it.
He
But
smiles. You seem like you're asking the right question. He's asking the right questions. He sort of gets on his knees and sort of pats the ground. These stones are older than older than the elves.
oh wow, they must use magic or something to keep them in place.
Oh yes, we do not know how old they are, but as long, yeah, the great magi of old sort of forged them from the rock using great spells.
Wow. With spells like that, so
And he sort of gestures to either side of the library. So it took the power of spellcraft and the divine to create such a holy place.
wow. With such powerful magics at your disposal, I'm surprised to see so many warships in the harbor.
Hmm. We've These are peaceful times. These these sandstone walls have seen worse,
Yeah.
and stood up to worse.
What do you mean by that? Stood up to worse.
This city has been sieged several times in its history. Not once have the walls of the library fallen.
Wow. That's very impressive.
The
They take.
knowledge held within here is for the good of all, and the Sun Knights have done well to protect it over the years.
Because sandstone is so fragile and brittle, I expect a single cannon shot to bring the whole building down. Is that not the case?
He shrugs. He says, "The secrets are not all known, but great magics were used to bind these stones together."
Must have
He
been.
says, "If you are interested in the history of this town and the library, we have quite the selection and whatever section, yada yada yada."
Oh, yes. Would you please point me in that direction?
So he describes how to get to some section of shelves on the second floor.
Thanks, buddy. And I'd go to the second floor
Okay.
and then find myself a corner and start pouting.
Okay.
All right, new plan. New plan. I chill out on the second floor while I think to myself, if I can't blow it up from the outside, which was
You're
I was trying to keep that from you as much as possible, but I figured as soon as I mentioned cannons, you figured it out.
well. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can try and blow it up with cannons.
No,
See what
fuck that. It's not
happens.
going to work. Although it might be nice to, frame someone else for trying to explode it from without. Um, Here's the new plan. I need to head back down to the docks.
Hmm.
I want to go back and find what was his name, Shiver or Sliver or I don't know, the dude from the brothel. What was his name again? Sliver?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Slips.
Slivers. Fucking slivers, man. They work so well together. You get a bunch of slivers out, just crush everything.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, I want to go find him. Is he still around?
So you leave and you go down to the dock.
Yeah.
Go back to that same bar, and yeah, he's still sitting at the bar.
Hey, slivers, buddy.
Oh, good morning.
So I got one more question for you. You seem a little bit more alert now.
He does.
Um, so I was gonna go talk to my friend, and I just remembered that I have no idea where you buy cannons or cannonballs or gunpowder from.
Well, well. Oh, I mean, gunpowder. You probably get at the general store. I mean, cannonballs. Usually, you get them like a captain would get them in bulk from a supplier. But you may be able to wrangle them up. Cannons themselves, instead of scratching his chin, it's not really something you tend to just buy.
Well, I don't want to actually buy any. I don't have that kind of coin. But as I said, I pretended to know about cannons, so I need to know in case they ask me where you get a cannon from. Where do you get cannons from?
Mm, and he gives you. I mean, he's like explaining like usually shipbuilder would have a
Yeah.
metalsmith bring in the cannons.
I don't
There's
actually care about the
probably a few of
explanation.
the sort somewhere in this quarter, but it's not like something you would just buy willy nilly. Like
Okay.
yeah, you'd usually hire a specialized blacksmith.
Oh, okay, cool. Thanks. See you around. I leave. And then I ask a completely different person outside of the building where I can go to the general store.
Um, so there, yeah. So there's this appears to be a general store of sorts. You have a feeling there may be, yeah. So you check it out, I guess. It looks to be more of like a ship supply store.
Perfect. I head on in.
Yeah. You guess there's probably other stores throughout the town, but this is the one on the dock.
Okay. Is there anyone inside? Is it active? Is it not active?
Yeah. There are a few sailors coming in, filling orders or whatever, buying rope and hooks and gaffs, and I don't know whatever sailors buy.
Okay.
Barrels of salted meat.
All right. I immediately leave, regretting ever stepping foot inside that place. Um, the guy who rowed us out to the other boat.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't catch his name at all, did I?
You never asked, and it was never given.
Okay. Um, I go back to Slivers one more time.
Okay.
Slivers, what was the name of your buddy that rowed us out to the other ship?
Joe?
Where do I find Joe? I need to talk to Joe. I left something on the boat.
He might still be there, or he may be ferrying his crew.
Okay, thanks.
In
I left
row.
something on the ship or on the boat, whatever you call that small thing that you row.
Ooh. Good luck getting back out.
Yeah. All right. All right. I go back down to the harbor and see if I can't find Joe.
Okay. You see he's not there, and neither is his boat.
Motherfucker. I scan the ocean or the harbor.
The harbor's full of boats.
Is there any boat heading out towards that same?
You have no idea.
But is there a boat that looks like it's rowing towards that same ship I was on earlier?
Not actively.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Fuck it.
There's dozens of small boats milling about the harbor. You
I go
really
back to my room. We'll do
okay?
this tomorrow. We'll do it tonight. I go back to my room and I want to actually see if I can't get some bed rest right now, so I can memorize specific spells for my next action.
Okay, all right. So it's like 11 a.m., almost noon. But
Fuck.
you can pull the blinds shut and get some rest.
Okay. Good. That's what I want.
So you're gonna get 8 hours of sleep and
Yeah.
memorize spells.
Yeah.
Okay,
Cool.
alrighty. Is your character still level 2 at this point, or
I mean, you tell me, buddy.
have you prepared your character for level 3,
I
or
have possible spells prepared for level 3.
okay? What experience do you have right now?
I have. I am 173 experience away from leveling up.
Okay, okay. Um, you said you were yeah. Um, let's go ahead and just give you that.
Just
So let's put you right in an even 3K.
3K. Yeah. Scores.
And let's have you. So 8 hours later, let's have you wake up and pray for new spells
And roll for hit points.
and roll for hit points and fill in that new non-weapon proficiency, I think.
That's
Um,
D8 minus 1. Oh, God. You ready for the HP roll?
you've been really lucky so far.
I know. Okay, here it comes.
Ooh,
You
it's
know
bound to
what?
happen.
Shit happens.
One additional HP.
Yeah.
And I think your THACO goes up by 1 this level. At least the way we do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, so there was a pretty interesting discussion on Reddit about the number of skill checks we do, or something like that. Was the main topic, but it sort of reminded me of sort of second edition and how the pacing goes and why we're playing how we are right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the way things work is like low level characters have so little hit points that they get pretty much destroyed in fights almost immediately. And it takes so long to heal HP unless you are a priest or have a priest in the party that it takes like months between encounters sometimes. So the pacing is sort of strange. And then by the time you're like mid to high level, you can start having these epic battles and doing the typical D&D stuff. But the low levels, you sort of have to either justify giving out a lot of role playing experience or just take it slow and take it for what it is.
Yeah. I'm not worried
Good.
about it.
Let's make. No, I just thought I'd bring the viewers into the loop, understand sort of what we're doing. So me doing skill checks is a lot about trying to justify just giving Neil experience or role playing.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So,
So let's okay. So go ahead and add your new non-weapon proficiency is
reading Elven.
reading Elven, which you already speak, but you're adding the ability to read it or learning how to read it.
Mm-hmm.
And
I should.
you
My
should
saving
pray
throws
for your
don't go up.
spells.
I do not get a new weapon proficiency. There's something else that happens at third level for no. Oh, I get more first level spells as well, right? No, I just get an extra. I just get a second level spell. So I should still have 4 first level spells and
How many years? Yes, you don't get any new first level spells.
right.
You should get 1 second level spell, and this is another reason where this is actually able to go a lot quicker, and we're able to fight a lot more than a typical level 1, level 2 campaign would be because of Neil's high wisdom.
Yes.
He gets bonus spells, so he gets an additional 2 first level, additional 2 second level, and an additional 1 third level spell as soon as he's powerful enough to cast those.
Yep. It is beautiful.
That adds a lot to his survivability and his other.
Yeah. Without that, I would be so dead.
And you got really lucky on your HP rolls.
Yes. All right. So third level, I should have 2 first level spells and 1 second level spell, but I get 2 extra of each, so I should have 4 and 3.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. So
And that all takes you like let me think, 30 minutes plus so that's like an hour and a half of praying,
That's fine.
right? Yeah.
So I want. God, there's so many good second level spells. I just put a ton of them in there.
Yeah.
I want, in terms of first level spells, I want Call Upon Faith. I want Darkness. I want Cause Light Wounds.
Mm-hmm. Are you writing these down or no?
And Cause Fear. No, but I'm going to type them to you in Skype.
Okay.
Um, Level 2 spells, I want Cause Moderate Wounds. I want
So that's D10 instead of D8, correct?
D10 plus 1.
Plus 1, huh?
Yeah.
Nice.
I want.
Do you have a spell list on there
I
somewhere?
do. I do. Uh, I PM'd it to you.
Okay.
I want Produce Flame? No. I want Nap.
Nap. I haven't heard of that one. Do you know what sphere it is?
No. But it's Tome of Magic, page 61. Which I can just grab right here. Nope, that's a DMG. Where's the Tome of Magic? God, I need to organize my. I don't know where the Tome of Magic is. My room's a fucking mess right now.
I assume, I don't know if you can, okay, you'll have to pray for them. I think a lot of these are out of your,
Out of my spheres?
yeah, you can't cast elemental or animal. Except, I said I'd make certain exceptions.
Okay,
I think good
so
berries plant, you can do bad berries.
yeah, that's what I was using it for. So I can't do Dust Devil.
Oh, what is that? Is that summoning?
Yeah,
Is it elemental air?
it's conjuring summoning for.
You have summoning, but you don't have elemental or
Okay, so charm animal was that,
yeah, you can't cast that.
or control animal? Is there any other second level spells that I put in
I
that
don't know if
list?
you can see when you can. I mean, I told you what your major and minor spheres were, didn't I? And then beyond that was going to be
Yeah, but I processed it and no, here we go. Major is combat, divination, healing, weather, summoning, sun, necromantic,
uh,
and minor is plant and animal.
I thought I didn't say minor. I said you can have. We'll give you specific access to that.
Okay.
So, for instance, there's like summon swarm that I wanted you to be able to cast. It's an animal spell, but it summons like a swarm of locusts. I figured it was up your alley.
So
And things like, but something like charm animal is not.
okay. So specific access to animal and plant.
Mm-hmm. And we can good berry sounds fine.
Okay. How does
And
nap?
and you can always in extreme circumstances you can potentially pray for.
Okay. What about soften earth and stone or nap? Are those?
I don't know what spheres they are, and it's not organized by that here.
Yeah. Speak with animals is a no go. Zone of truth.
And like hold person is that charm?
Here, let me go actually find these books. Okay, so Tome of Magic, page 61.
Mm-hmm.
Nap is sphere time.
Mm-hmm. Time is one of the new spheres we didn't even think about.
Yeah.
You may I think I may allow it.
Okay.
Let me read what the spell actually does.
Basically, you take a 1 hour nap and it counts as if 8 hours of sleep have passed for spells and hit points.
You can cast it on yourself?
One creature per level.
That's cheating.
You were free to disallow it.
I don't think I'm going to give that to you.
Okay. Soft Earth and Stone is Earth Elemental Sphere.
You don't have that.
Okay. And Zone of Truth is the other one I was interested in that is questionable.
But I mean, like, produce flame is not, unless
Okay.
considered combat. I mean, that's probably fire, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm sure it's fire.
Resist fire, and it's probably protection. The resist fire, resist cold. Animals.
Resist Fire and Cold is protection.
Yeah. So you should have minor access to protection, I believe.
Okay, so get rid of Zone of Truth.
What one is that? What sphere is that?
Wards.
Okay.
Get rid of Soften Earth and Stone.
Did you? Well,
Keep it.
words is a new sphere, isn't it? No, you get rid of soften earth and stone.
Okay.
I was trying to think if you have minor access to wards.
Getting rid of Nap and Produce Flame.
What else is in time? I almost wonder if I should give you that.
Let's see if they have a list at the back. Time is no age, no time, hesitation, nap, accelerated healing, choose future, age plant, body clock, modify memory, age object, youthful object, repeat action, time pool, age creature, restore youth, reverse time, skip day, age dragon.
Some of that does sound somewhat appropriate. Sort of like the aging things and plants and. Maybe if you want nap, you can.
Sweet. I fucking want nap so bad.
I regret that. I mean, basically, you give up a second level spell slot every day to only have to sleep for 1 hour a night.
Yeah, if that's what you want to use it for.
Yeah. Attempts to nap more than once in an 18-hour period are ineffective.
There you go. Wait a minute, what the hell?
The material components. So you will need to prep for a week to be able to cast this, won't you? A scrap of pillow, a feather, and a pebble that the caster has kept in his pocket for 7 nights.
What? What sort of bullshit spell components are those? Okay, a scrap of pillow, taking a feather, and a pebble. Alright, well, I guess I can't memorize nap tonight, but I'm gonna go fucking find those other spell components and get myself a pebble. In fact, I'm gonna get myself a pocket of pebbles, like, just like 4 pebbles on me, and I'll just have them on me. They're my spell components.
Yeah.
I'll start collecting second level spell components today, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I don't have nap for today.
Yep.
I do want. Give me bad berry.
Mm-hmm. You need fresh picked berries for that, don't you?
I can buy some, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I want hesitation, a fragment of a turtle's shell. Probably can't find that on short notice. Hold person.
What sphere is hold person? I think it might be like
Page 261.
it's about 2 o'clock. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I don't know if you want to run a commercial break while you're or.
Well, yeah, let's do it after we figure out what sphere hold person is.
Okay.
Hold person is charm. Bah.
No, you can't do that. It's a good spell.
It's a great spell.
But no. I feel like they're better second level spells, but
Fine, then give me
can,
aid.
that's a good one. That's necromantic, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay,
that
so that's the
basically
spells I
gets
have.
some temporary HP.
All right, we're gonna go to break. We will be back in 3 to 5 minutes. See you guys soon.